What is up, folks? Justin Khanna here. Let's start with an unboxing, shall we? This is coming straight from Korin. Cracking this open, please don't fall out. Okay, you're greeted with a little piece of cardboard, and the knife is inside of a plastic sheath. Oh, it's a really nice, felt liner inside of it. The knife doesn't come with a fancy sire or anything, but it does come with a plastic sheath for you. Inside of this box, just picture the larger version of that unboxing because this is the 9.4-inch chef knife version. So what's this video all about? I was in New York a couple of weeks ago, and what do good trips to New York include? A trip to Korin. Many of you have probably already seen my interview with Saori Kawano, who is the founder of Korin. That was fantastic and really insightful to sit down with her. And Vincent and I were chatting, and I wanted to have him back on the podcast, but I didn't want to just cover all the stuff that we already covered in our first conversation. So I asked Vincent's recommendations on different knives for different areas and stages of your career. Yes, there is a full Emulsion Podcast YouTube channel now. It's dedicated to all the episodes, but these two clips I thought were really good precursors because I want to do a review on this knife. And the timing just happens to work out because Korin is having their 20% off sale right now. So if you want to snag anything at a discounted rate, yes, I'm an affiliate partner with Korin right now. It's amazing to say that. It still boggles my mind. Links to all the knives that Vincent is about to mention are linked up in the description. You purchase, no extra cost to you. In fact, you're getting a discount right now, and it does help support the channel, so thank you. Number two, if you'd want to check out the other, I think it's 4 or 5 other archetypes and questions that I asked Vincent, please go check out the full interview on the Emulsion Podcast channel. And my last ask of you before we get into Vincent's recommendations is if you have questions on this line, this Korin Royal Blue Inox Petty with a mahogany handle, please leave them in the comments because that's going to inform what I make my review about, and I can answer some of your questions in that full video. I know you folks have been asking for more gear videos, Dish of the Day to come back, more TPC episodes, and all of that is coming, so I really, really appreciate your patience. All right, I'm going to send it to New York. Please enjoy. The next person is, they're in culinary school. Maybe they got their kit from the school as part of their education, or they're in some sort of program where tools were provided. They're probably your basic run-of-the-mill German something, and they want to make that first upgrade. They're like, I want to get a nice, maybe you can give a petty recommendation and maybe like a chef knife profile recommendation for that person who's, not wanting to completely break the bank, but they're like, I want something nicer than this $50 chef knife that I'm using.
So a couple of things come to mind again. So the Korin Royal Blue Handle series, it's a great entry-level knife, and chef knives and petties both available in that series. It's made of 8A steel, so it makes it really easy to sharpen. And someone who's still learning, softer steel is going to be easier to practice sharpening and get really your skills down. So that one I think is a great choice. Another one that comes to mind is the Togeharu molybdenum series. Similar, it's very durable. It's a great entry point. The key points are sort of the same. Easy to sharpen. And you don't want to spend too much for your first knife because you don't want to, you're gonna mess it up, right? You're gonna just scratch it. You practice on it. So I think these are what I would recommend.
I think my first one was a UX10, which
you started with a great knife, by the way.
Hugely fundamental in me, really taking knife ownership seriously.
Yeah.
But it definitely felt like big shoes to fill when I bought that knife.
Yeah, and the thing is, the UX10 or Neonox, I know I've met so many culinary students that jump straight to that, but because they don't have the fundamental skills of sharpening, it kind of, you don't really get the full potential of that knife out, So I always like to recommend something that's a little bit easier to work with and less expensive, and then work your way up.
Totally.
And it's more fun that way, you can kind of always go get the next level.
Yeah.